In this video, what I'm going to be talking to you about is offer positioning, the old way versus the new way. How you position your offer is the difference between being commoditized and only being able to charge like 1K a month versus being seen as one of one in your market and being able to charge 5 to 10K a month and clients being happy to pay you that amount. If you don't already know who I am, my name is Shay Dathery. I'm the founder of acquisitiongrowthpartner.com, and we help establish marketing agencies at an additional 50 to 100K a month within 5 to 10 months using our Apex acquisition system. Now, I've got a few examples here, but let's talk about the old way. So, real estate lead generation example. The reason I want to talk about real estate is because I used to run a real estate lead gen marketing agency, and this is how I used to position my offer, and this is how a lot of people used to position their offer. So, the old way: 20 seller leads or you don't pay. 20 buyer leads or you don't pay. 20 booked appointments or you don't pay. These were a lot of the offers going around, and to this day, this is still how some people, position their offer. And you sound and look like everyone else. And not only that, but like who is this for? Do you have 20 seller leads for buyers agents, 20 buyer leads for listing agents? Like who is this actually for? There's no niche that you help specifically. Obviously it's real estate agents, but you're not calling it out when you're reaching out to people. So people reach out to real estate agents and they're saying, oh, we'll help you get 20 seller leads or you don't pay. Versus, oh, we help establish real estate agents doing at least 2 listings, get 20 seller leads or you don't pay. Even that's better than that, because otherwise you're just reaching out to this with a blanket term and you're not really clear on the type of person that you're actually helping. So when you position your offer this way, you look, sound, and feel like everyone else, and people start to price compare and look for the best deal because they've heard something similar before. So let's say you jump on a sales call, prospect hears you out, maybe they've had 2-3 sales calls in the past and you sound like everyone else, but let's say that they're still looking for a solution, like they need leads. Well, what they're going to do now is, because they've heard something similar, they're going to jump on a call with another 2, 3, or 4 agencies, and if they hear something similar across everyone else, they're going to look at what they actually deliver, and they're going to see that everyone pretty much delivers the same thing, and then they're going to pick the cheapest one. And that, you know what that is? That's you being commoditized, and that's because of the way that you actually position this offer. And this is how you look. Literally, this is how you look. 20 leads or you don't pay. 20 leads or you don't pay. 20. Everyone's singing the same tune. You're operating in a red ocean. You need to create your own blue ocean, or at least you need to. And people think that for you to charge this amount, you need to like break your back on the service that you deliver. Necessarily, there might only be like 10% extra work you're doing for an offer like this, but it comes down to how you position it. Because here you're just talking about leads. When you're talking about this stuff, they're thinking, oh, okay, I have to do more work. I have to call these people up. I have to nurture these leads. Because you're not talking about money, which is the end result. Like everyone wants money. Like when someone pays you, they're looking for a return on investment. Like someone doesn't pay you for leads. They're not paying you for leads. They're paying you for cash in their bank account, a return on investment. So let's go down here. The new way, which is if I was going back into starting a real estate lead generation company for real estate agents, this is how I would position my offer. Now, obviously, for an offer like this, you don't want to be pulling these numbers out of your ass. You want to look at your best case study, look at how much money they made, look at how long it took them to make that amount, and now this is your new claim. So as you can see here, the difference between this one and this one is like you're just talking about leads, versus this one, you're talking about money in the bank account, and you're also talking about the actual person that you help. And also you're talking about maybe some pain point, like you meant calling out some pain points and the actual unique mechanism that you're using. So we help establish real estate agents at an additional, gotta delete this one. We help establish real estate agents at an additional $200,000 in GCI within 12 months using our Apex Realtor system, whilst only working with clients that you love. So let me break this down. So you've obviously got the niche here. You've got the type of person that you help. You've got the result that you're promising. You've got the time frame. You've got the unique mechanism. And then you've got a pain point. Because from when I used to actually work in real estate, a lot of them were saying that they would deal with headache clients, have unrealistic expectations. So here you're talking on, 1, you're talking on money. 2, you're calling out that you only work with established agents because you want to work with people who already have money. You're saying the time frame that they can expect it. and then the unique mechanism that you have, because you want to position it as something fresh, something new, something that they've never heard of before. If it seems like something they've heard of before, again, you're going to end up looking like these guys. And then also just calling out a pain point, because maybe that they work with a bunch of headache clients and that'll just speak to them. And another one is pretty much the same thing, but it's just difference in the positioning. We help established real estate agents double their GCI within 12 months using our Apex Realtor system, whilst only working with clients you love. So it's just the difference. Instead of talking about the money, you're talking about doubling their GCI, which is still the same thing. If they're making 100K, you're going to help them double to 200K. It's obviously just a difference in the outcome. Now, the thing is, something that I learned recently was that this is not your guarantee. So this is pulled from what you've actually done, one of your case studies. But this necessarily doesn't mean that you're going to deliver this for everyone. Because your guarantee could be that they just double their investment. Like, say, for example, if they pay you $100,000, that you guarantee that you'll get them at least 2x ROI. Now, you're doing everything within your best, like you're trying your hardest to actually get them this outcome, but that's not your guarantee. This is just your claim. This is your marketing claim to help get as many eyeballs on your offer as possible. So you got to separate the difference between what your guarantee is and what your offer is. Or like what you're actually offering, or what's the actual headline claim that you're actually going to be using to get lots of marketing eyeballs on the actual offer. So let's jump to the short form content. Old way. We'll create 60 pieces of content for you in 90 days. We'll script, edit all the content. All you have to do is take 2 hours to record it. It's ridiculous how many people I see on Twitter with this offer. Everyone has it. Even on Facebook, people are just reaching out with this type of offer, and it's become heavily commoditized because people just see you as they don't really see it as that valuable. And then if you look here at the new way, obviously not talking in terms of revenue, but it's still positioned 100 times better than how this one is. We help coaching businesses. So one, you're actually calling out the audience again, doing at least 30K a month, build a tribe of 5,000 ideal clients whilst dominating their industry keywords using our domination framework. So compare this to this. This seems like something new. It seems like something fresh. It's something unique because you're using this new framework that you have. Just day and night difference between that. And then I also want to jump into e-commerce agency example. So the old way, we help e-com brands scale to 7 and 8 figures using paid ads. We help e-com brands scale to 7 and 8 figures using Facebook ads. And then vice versa for SEO and email marketing. This is how I used to do outreach, because the first agency I started before I did my real estate lead gen, I tried to give e-com a crack, booked a few meetings, but at this point I had very little to no skills, so I didn't know how to book meetings. This is the stuff that everyone else used to send, and this is the stuff that I used to send, because I didn't really have a knowledge or understanding of actually how to reach out to potential clients. And this is how people still reach out to people these days. Now, what is it? I want to call this out. So e-com brands. Millions of businesses. I'm not sure if it's tens of millions, but there's millions of businesses under e-commerce, right? And this is not a niche. E-commerce is not a niche. Established furniture brands is a niche. E-com's not a niche because there's so many businesses that fall under this umbrella. Too broad, too generic. 7 to 8 figures. Okay, what is it? Are you going to help them add an additional $1 million or $10 million? There's a pretty big gap between 7 to 8 figures. So too generic, too broad. It's too vague. Not really being, it's like a soft claim. You're not really like 7 or 8 figures. Which one is it? Because you're going to be speaking to 2 entirely different people if you're going to help them add an additional 1 million or if it's going to be another 10 million. So very soft claim. And using paid ads, this is like an auto algorithm. As soon as they see something like this, using paid ads, Facebook ads, SEO, email marketing, it's like an algorithm in their head. As soon as they see that shit, they're like, boom, spam, straight away. They put this shit into spam. Now, that's why, if you see up here, using our Apex Realtor system. Now, this Apex Realtor system might just be an amalgamation of like Facebook ads, Go High Level, and like a few other things. But you don't go in here and say, we're going to do it using Facebook ads. The only caveat here that I would make is, so where is it? Say, for example, if you, like the only one that I would let you do, or that would make sense to do, is YouTube Shorts. So let's walk through these ones. The new way. We help establish furniture brands at an additional $400,000 a month within 6 months whilst increasing profitability using our push-pull framework. So let's break this down. I already broke it down before, but like calling out the specific niche, and this is actually a niche, at an additional $400,000 a month within 6 months, whilst increasing profitability, because maybe they've had a problem scaling, and like as they start to scale, you know, it's really eating into their profit margins with like the ad spend and like the cost of goods sold, all that sort of stuff. And then using our push-pull framework. So again, unique mechanism, something new, something fresh. But here, so this doesn't seem like it's not something new or something fresh, but let's say, for example, YouTube short ads might have just rolled out like 2 or 3 months ago. So at that point, it might be something new. So that's the only example where I'd use the actual thing that you're using. But say, for example, here, where is it? Actually, no, here, using paid ads, using Facebook ads. Everyone's heard this before. Whereas this is a little bit, like this might have just come out recently. So that's the only situation where I'd actually use like Facebook ads or YouTube Shorts or whatever the mechanism that I'm using. Whereas like I'll just come up with some unique name for the system just to position it as something new or something fresh, even if it was using like a system like this. So let's break down this one. We help comfort footwear brands increase revenue by 40% within 6 months without spending a cent on ads. This could be one for email marketing agency. Because imagine that, like we help comfort wear brands increase revenue by 40% within 6 months without spending a cent on ads versus we help ecom brands scale to 7 and 8 figures using email marketing. Seems like very different, but I promise you the results in outreach will be like day and night. You could probably see like a 5 to 10x increase just by positioning it this way because they're thinking, oh, without spending a cent on ads versus, oh, using email marketing, that just doesn't sound appealing at all. But like not spending a cent on ads and increasing revenue by 40%, that sounds appealing. Now, I know a few of you guys are probably watching through, taking notes. Maybe you're like, maybe you've got a Google Doc up to the side and maybe you're going to copy this and use it for some of your clients, but don't steal this, guys. Like I'm not using any of these personally. I was just breaking down like some examples that I would use, but take the framework. So the framework would be this. We help niche get outcome within time frame whilst solving this pain point using our unique mechanism. That's the framework. Take the framework and make it your own, because if 100 people watch this, 1,000 people watch this and they take the same stuff, well, it's just not going to work that much anymore, is it? Now, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this breakdown of video and you want more like this, or maybe you have some ideas as to what you want some videos on, just go ahead, leave a comment in the comment section. And if you did enjoy it, also you can leave a like, or if you hated the video, leave a dislike as well, and let me know in the comments why you hated the video. Now, if you run an established marketing agency that's doing at least $20,000 a month and you want to add an additional 50 to 100K a month within the next 5 to 10 months, click the first link in the description. Now, you're not obliged to at all. The main thing is that you actually just watch through these videos, maybe you implement some of the teaching so you can actually get value from this channel. But if you feel like you want to scale to that next level, click the link.